Hey everybody, welcome to the pilot episode of the TechnoFiles.com audio video podcast. With me today on the other side of things is my guest host, the Phil from All for Geek. How's it going, Phil?
Hello, I'm a guest host today.
Yeah, usually what happens is Phil's the host, I'm the guest, but now we're going to flip it because it's my podcast.
And your site.
My site, yes, but you also have a site, All for Geek, which is also slowly growing.
Whatever that is.
All for Geek, it's your web show. It's, you know, you talk about various things on tech gadgets, even some things in the geek pop culture. So
naked ladies.
That's in the geek pop culture as well. We all like naked ladies. But basically what's going to happen here is in the coming weeks, as we get better production-wise, we'll have cameras and lights and various other things so you can see me better. Phil is already in HD, crystal clear technology. Don't look so shocked, Phil. But, you know, we're going to be talking about tech and some gadgets and some news. We'll have product reviews like the LG Nitro HD. Various other things that comes along. Maybe if I can scrounge up a guest or two, maybe we can have a guest appearance. But since it is a pilot episode, we have no name for the show. We have no graphics for the show. I don't even think we have a theme song. Somebody can bring up a Casio and kind of just play Keyboard Cat if they wanted to.
Ooh! No.
Yeah, we're not going to... Keyboard Cat, the first guest! Yes!
So we could do like Keyboard Dog, and it'd be like... Stop licking my face.
Well, at least you get some kind of makeout session here, Phil.
Yeah, I know. My wife is gone.
Not sure if this is PG-13 or TVMA. I don't know what it is up in Canada for you folks.
Well, everything's non-restricted here. No, I'm kidding.
I thought it'd been like TV half Maple Leaf if it's okay, but TV full Maple Leaf if it's dirty.
Well, we'll talk about this on my show, but the whole bully fiasco, we'll talk.
Oh, Lord.
It'll be on the future All for Geek.
Yeah, I mean, also on the show, we'll also talk about movies, TV, and everything, because we're going to try to encompass everything. That way we're not just limited to one pipeline. But anyway, for the pilot episode, let's get to some bits of news. The first one being Instagram on Android. Now, Phil, I know, yes, see?
That's, by the way, that's Harley Plays from Epic Mealtime with the ladies.
Epic Mealtime?
Epic Mealtime. It's, oh, how do you not know of Epic Mealtime? It's the video show where they do like these crazy food concoctions that have like millions of calories and then they eat them. Lots of bacon. Okay, Kyle, that's your, even though this isn't my show, I'm giving you homework. You have to watch Epic Mealtime for our second episode.
Apparently, I've lost all control of my own show. But it's fine. That's fine. I'll do that, and I can watch Epic Mealtime, because I know Heather will watch it, and she'll just go all crazy over the food. But I'm assuming it's a Canadian show because there is tons of bacon.
Actually, they are Canadians, but it was picked up by Revision 3.
Oh, look at that. So, as you can see, if you do a good enough job, which I hope we will, we can also get picked up and hopefully get on CBS for a quick 6-episode stint, and then we'll film the next season in New Mexico. It's any which way. But like I said, Instagram on Android. I know, Phil, you were an Apple guy for a very long time.
Yes.
Did you use Instagram on Apple?
I did. That's where it first came from, and I loved it. It's the perfect app so that I can share certain photos. Like if I cook something, I love to share what I cook, the crazy little things. It's easy. You just take your picture on your thing, on your camera, on your phone, and then it does all the work. You can put whatever filter on it, which is fun, whatever frame, whatever little things you want, and then it uploads to the Instagram service, and you can share it to Twitter, Facebook, some other places like the crappy Foursquare. Yeah, I said it.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, so it's great, and when it came over to Android, it's got a lot of the same features. It's just missing a few things.
Well, as Instagram is learning, they have to update constantly because there was a lot of bugs, a lot of problems with it. So they're already on like Instagram 1.03 the last time I checked. So again, I guess they're going to try and roll it out to where it's the same as it is with the Apple iOS phones, so everyone's getting the same user experience. Now, I've never used Instagram before because I've been an Android guy for pretty much my entire smartphone career outside of the T-Mobile Sidekick. So for me, I just got Instagram today just because I heard all the bugs and fixes were everything. So I'm excited to use it just to see what it can do. But seeing how you were an Apple guy that switched to Android and now are using both applications, as long as you don't see a huge disparity between the differences of Apple and Android, then I guess it's an okay app that they've ported.
Yeah, without Instagram, you are left to upload these things individually. You have to take a picture with your camera, then you have to go to these to that app that you want to load it to, and then load it individually to whatever service. Whereas,
yeah, because I know Android had another one. If I could pull it up, it was called Pixelomat. It's a stupid name.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like you have to use the app to take the picture and then set the photos through, and then it never. I only used it very sparingly just to kind of play with it for a bit, but it is what it is. But I'm glad Instagram made a jump over to Android. I think they were missing that market, which was a huge untapped market for them. So I'm glad they've jumped over. I also see a lot of other Apple mainstay apps trying to make the jump over, which will also be good because Android is starting to show some strength in the smartphone industry.
There's a few things going off on the first point you made there. There's a few things they really need to improve on, and I'm talking about Instagram, and that's the fact that if I share a picture to Twitter or Facebook, a person who clicks on that photo cannot see the rest of my photos. They don't have access to the library unless they're on unless they view the photo through Instagram on Apple on the iOS devices or Android on the actual application. If it's just some guy who's looking, or say my mother, if she wants to look at it through my photos, she can't.
Okay, so there are some things that do need to be tweaked on, but again, I think Instagram will look at everything that's going to be griped at them, because Android users, we've found out, are very vocal. If there's something wrong, they're more than happy to tell you what's wrong with it until you fix it.
Yeah.
And they will go on and on until you fix the thing.
Which is a big deal on why they've been updating it very, very often.
Yeah, it came out. I'm pretty sure it came out this week. I think it was. I'm not sure the day. I want to say Tuesday or Wednesday. But I know ever since then they've been updating it very regularly because of the problems that they've been finding with Android users.
Yeah.
So that's also a good thing. So again, with Android showing its strength in the smartphone market, you're going to be seeing some of the iOS ports come over from Apple over to Android, so the other guys can play. Are you liking your Samsung Galaxy Note?
Oh, I love it. I think it's a beautiful device. I get people going, "What the heck? Like, that's huge." I'm like, "Yeah, like it's." I always tell people, like, if you've got small hands, this is not the device for you.
Oh, no.
You want a Galaxy S2 or something, or any of the other smaller Android phones that have recently come out, but or an Apple iPhone. Like, I love iPhone. Don't get me wrong, everyone. I love iPhone. I was very curious about Android. I was very weary of Android because I've heard good and bad about it. But yeah, I love my Note. I'm waiting for Ice Cream Sandwich, which is
should be coming out pretty soon.
For us. Supposedly, it's released to the Canadian carriers already. It's just up to the Canadian carriers to update it with their bull crap apps that you can't take out of it. And
yes, because we know you love Rogers.
Oh yeah, I love Rogers. Now because there was a big kerfuffle with Rogers with me.
Love kerfuffles.
But they fixed it, so they retained my loyalty.
Now, for those of you at home that are watching this podcast, if you don't know, I do run a website called TheTechnoFiles.com. I'm pretty sure there'll be a graphic underneath here. You can see some of my, I don't know, Phil does everything. Phil's usually the host, so I usually just point like this, and there's a graphic at the bottom, so I'm just assuming.
Barney and Friends.
Yeah, okay. But no, you can see, you can see, I also did a review of the Samsung Galaxy Note the week it came out. I also have a YouTube video posted about my reviews of it. You can find it at TheTechnoFiles.com. You can also check out the YouTube. It's off the TechnoFiles. You can see a lot of my video reviews. It is a big screen. It is 5 inches large.
My head is really large, by the way.
We can go with that. It does feel weird to put it to your head, but after a while, you kind of get used to the comfort and holding it. So the whole, it's too big, kind of goes out the window within the first couple of, I'd say, 2 hours, and you feel fine.
Yep.
Phil, you're really loving being a guest host because you can just do whatever you want.
It's true.
Your responsibility out the window.
From now on, you have the reins on my show.
I feel sometimes I take it over, and I apologize.
No.
I get a little loud of boisterous. All right, the second issue we're going to be talking about today is the at&t iPhone unlocking. Basically, what at&t has done is that they've figured out most of the loyal customers are already going to unlock their phone, but what they've already done was if you're in good standing with a good contract and have an at&t iPhone, they will allow you to unlock your phone to any carrier that is able to hold on the radio band. I will get the official word press quote that they gave to everybody. Beginning Sunday, April 8th, we will offer qualifying customers the ability to unlock their at&t iPhones. The only requirements are that a customer's account must be in good standing. The device cannot be associated with a current and active term commitment on an at&t customer account, and they need to have fulfilled their contract term. Upgraded under one of our upgrade policies or paid an early termination fee. So basically what they're trying to say is that, we'll let you unlock it, but you got to meet these certain requirements. Other people are getting around that by buying an iPhone and unlocking it already and just not caring.
Or
so
getting it
your
from
thoughts?
Canada.
Getting it from Canada, where they have the home of nice murderers, as we've talked about earlier. You do have polite murderers.
We do. I think the whole fiasco I saw it on Reddit was that a pilot crashed his F-18 or something like that, or what they call a moose, into an apartment building, and he ejected right near the end, right where he crashed, and he ended up being caught in the apartment building with his parachute, and there was some of the apartment people, that sounds weird, of the apartment owners.
Oh, the silly apartment people.
They were trying to get him down, and he was apologizing the whole time. I'm sorry I wrecked my plane into your house.
Wreckage after an F-18 fighter jet crashed into a Virginia Beach apartment complex. The two crew members were able to eject before the aircraft made contact.
The parachute coming down from the sky for the pilots. And that was kind of scary. I said, "Oh my God, it's a jet!" Then, so we ran over there, and that's what was a jet.
A resident of the building says she saw one of the pilots moments later.
He said, "I'm sorry, I destroyed your home."
So the big ongoing joke on Reddit was that the pilot was really polite, that because he was from Canada.
It makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, as you were saying, Rogers already did this, by the way, in Canada. You have to meet the same restrictions. Basically, if you're still on a contract with them, you're screwed. If you have to wait till the end of their 3-year contract, the rules are so sketchy, because even if you upgrade or something like that and you have the phone, you still might not be able to be eligible. You have to pretty much debate with them on the phone and try to get it done.
I don't see the whole big deal about, if it's going to be unlocked, they're going to find a way to get it done anyway. Might as well just let them do it right out the gate. They'll be happier. You'll be happier. And for all you know, they may stick with you for the whole 2 to 3 year. I know it's up in Canada. It's like a 3-year contract, yeah?
It makes sense that they don't do it while you're on contract. But if I bought out of my contract, if I canceled and I paid my bill, if I upgraded to another iPhone or to another device, if I'm still on your service and I did it legitly, there should be no reason why I can't get you to unlock it. To me, that's just like kidnapping my phone. Because I own that phone now. They don't own it at all. I've upgraded. I've paid that upgrade fee. Or I've bought a new phone. I've paid that, and I'm using that instead. Why are you kidnapping my phone?
No, I completely understand, and I agree. I feel that a lot of people that buy the iPhone feel if you don't have a good service, like at&t in America, at times can be sketchy. They'll block out, they'll drop calls randomly. So I feel for a lot of those people, the early adopters went to at&t and then I feel bad. Then I know a lot of people that get at&t phones but can jump into T-Mobile because all I got to do is trim up a SIM card a little bit and it'll run on T-Mobile's bands. So you buy an at&t phone and port it over to T-Mobile and you're on the T-Mobile contract with an iPhone 4, which I always kind of find sketchy because iPhone 4S should have run on T-Mobile's bands already, but T-Mobile doesn't let it. I don't.
I'll say straight out, I used to work for T-Mobile. I did customer support for the American T-Mobile. And one of our biggest questions were, when are you guys getting the iPhone? And then just the rare question of like, how do I use my iPhone on T-Mobile, which you can do, by the way. Yeah, it's odd to me. Like, does T-Mobile have it yet? Because I stopped working there.
No, they still won't. They've given no word on when they will or ever get the iPhone. Apparently what T-Mobile is going to do is hook their horses to Samsung and ride the Galaxy S2, the S3. We don't have the Galaxy Note, which I loved. That freaking phone. It's only on, I believe, at&t. We can't get it on T-Mobile, which is kind of ridiculous. But I think they're sticking with the Samsung HTC variety that will equal out to be better than or equal to the iPhone, at least in their head.
And then they didn't get that deal to go through with AT&T.
Nope.
So T-Mobile will not be bought by AT&T, which is a big mind.
To me, I looked at it. I looked at the deal, and it would have created probably not a monopoly, because AT&T has already been in trouble with that one before. It would have created not that much a disparaging mark, because T-Mobile customers don't really account for too much. We're the fourth largest customers. Sprint would be third, then AT&T and Verizon, or AT&T, they flip-flop back and forth. I think what AT&T really wanted was the band, just getting more, just using more of the antenna. I mean, it wasn't, you know, the service was going to be the same. Nothing would have changed. Everything would have been the same. They would have gotten more money. Yeah, I think they really wanted the antenna space to run a larger 4G network than Verizon has.
Well, it's like in Canada, we had some companies be bought by the big telecoms, and they kept the names and just made them like farm leagues for those companies. So Rogers has Fido, and
you guys and your names, they're adorable. Fido.
Yeah. There's some other ones, but yeah, it's just honestly, T-Mobile made out on it because they ended up getting about like $4 or $6 billion out of it. Because
the breakup fee. I love the breakup fee. I wish I had breakup fees with some of the girls.
Well, technically, if they make more than you do get a breakup fee.
I'm just saying, it's like, listen, we're going to be done here. I no longer want to be part of this contract. You owe me $400,000 and 2 Big Macs. And they go, well, I don't think I want to do that.
Only if they make $800,000 a year.
Don't even get me started on divorce laws. Let's see, what time do we got? We got a few more minutes, so we'll talk about something else.
We've got about 13 minutes.
Yeah, so we'll do the another thing that came up was Google testing the heads-up display glasses in public.
Oh.
I'm assuming if you've watched Futurama, you've already seen what they're doing. So basically, it's augmented reality glasses. And any of you that don't know what augmented reality is, you can see it on the PS Vita. Wink, all for geek coming up. Basically, what it allows you to do is that the rear camera or a camera display notices a picture, an image, and then within that image, it reads the display and something comes about it. The one I've seen the most was you download a photo. It's a series of random blocks and dots or whatever, post it on your wall, and a dragon shoots out from the corner. Now, I think with the Google Plus, what they're trying to do with the augmented glasses is if you see a building, you get the whole display of what the building is, or if you're going to a restaurant, you could see the menu, you could do whatever. Phil, your thoughts on the augmented reality glasses?
It's like, dude, I'm so all over the place with this because, first of all, it's a geek's wet dream. This is what Google's wanted to do for so long. They wanted Google Glasses is basically what this is, but easier to implement. The problem with this device is it's this display thing that it looks like glasses. But
you look like Geordie LaForge. That's why it's a geek's wet dream. You look like Geordie LaForge.
But how many people are going to want to wear this thing that's here, wrapping around here?
Pirates?
I would wear it. But like, how many people are actually going to wear this? The problem. I think
the thing you run into is you're using that little heads-up display that, you know, what they want to have the super soldiers wearing is the HUD display, which it would be annoying on the field of battle, because now you have all these images running through your face that you can't concentrate. I think it's too much too soon, because you're going to have, like, what room are you going to have to walk? You're going to be inundated with all this image over to your side view, over here, and you're looking around constantly. You're going to be bumping into people, running into cars. It's a great concept that I can think would be worked better on implementing if you have glasses that have the heads-up display but can port it to your tablet. Then you can kind of have, like, you can stop, look at everything in a much bigger display, but still have none of your field of vision blocked with all the heads-up info.
Yeah, I don't even know how it's going to work, like how your vision works with it, because if it's on one eye, are you going to have to, like, close the other eye to see it properly, or are you going to have, like, a slightly see-through version of what you're seeing through that one eye?
If I look at the Google video that they posted, which is hilarious, it's fun to watch. Basically what you're seeing is the display is right in your face. Like, everything kind of pops up right in the middle. I'm trying to see, it's on their YouTube page somewhere.
I watched it, but it's like, once you're in that, like, once you have it on, will it be that clear? Will it be like, if you put your finger in front of that one eye and you don't see it in front of this eye, you're seeing like a half finger, you know? It's like half transparent. That's what I'm worried about.
Like I said, it looks in concept-wise, looks okay, but again, it looks again like the information comes right into your center field of view.
And but only for one eye.
Yeah, but you never know. Like, like you said, you have to close the eye to kind of read the information, or if it reads up, like, how distracting will that be? Like, only one part of your eye sees the information. Your eye's going to focus onto it. You're going to look at it. So instead of walking straight, you're kind of looking to the upper right or middle part, kind of looking at what this reads, and then moving forward. Now, there's certain things that they're saying with the GPS issue on it, is that it's in the upper right-hand side of your field of view. But if something comes in, like an information or a message, it comes right back to the center of your one eye. Like, how distracting will that be in reality?
Yeah, you also have to worry about how it's going to react with things. Like, if I'm walking around and say I'm in a grocery store, is it going to look at every single freaking thing on the shelf and, like, freak out? Is it going to go, this is this? Like, how is that going to work? I'm not going to care about this or that or that. Maybe if it's like if I zoom in on it, or like if I come up to it and go, okay, I don't know how it's going to differentiate.
I agree with that. If like you're in like an information overload, how will it discern something? That's fine. How will you discern some of the information? Like, do you want all the information of all the line of orange juice down the grocery store coming in your face? You're like, oh, I don't want this one, don't want this one. It's like they saw Minority Report and they want to make that a reality. Mm-hmm. I didn't like all the stuff in Minority Report because everything comes in your face and you have to move things away. It's like, it should work incompatible with other things.
I think that the way I saw it in the video, where it's just taking like notifications and putting them in front of you, mostly, and maybe like have a button on it where, like, if I want to do Google Glasses type of feature, I can just click the thing on my visor and go, that's what I want you to search, or I have to say it, because that's a big implementation for it. They want you to speak to it, and be able to go, okay, look up, or like you'd be like, Siri. You'd have like a certain command word.
How great's that going to be on the subway if you got 5 or 6 people all with Google Glasses going, search subway exits, and everyone's like, search hamburger stands. You're like, hey, you're searching a hamburger stand, I'm searching a subway exit. We're going to hook up. Let's subway exit and get a hamburger.
Exactly.
Or you're searching, and before you say it, someone else comes in with like kitty porn, and next thing you know, kitty porn shoots up on your eye. You're like, oh, I'm not looking for kitty porn.
And then you're going right to jail because that's implemented through the interwebs.
Everything.
No, I think it's going to be like more so like as if you're using your iPhone or your Android device, and like, I can do it now. I can go, Galaxy, please show me where my bathroom is. Like, but
you should know where it is.
Sometimes I forget.
Why does your phone go, okay, Phil, we're going here again?
Why don't you remember? I don't want to go with you this time.
Don't surf the web.
The thing is, like, if I'm out and about and I want to use that feature, I'm very selective where I use it. I don't want to. Sometimes I'll do it in front of people and I'll be like, call Nicole, which is my wife, and some people look at me and they're like, what the heck? And I'm like, I'm calling my wife, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you do. You know, Bob, like, what, motherfucker, what? Call my woman, take that.
I'm in the ghetto.
I'm gonna get her some flowers.
I'm in the ghetto. This is how it works. But yeah, it'll be selective.
In Canada. I didn't know you're on the west side.
There was 2 shootings very recently at Young Jeezy concerts.
Oh Lord.
Toronto and London. My friend was at London's one. She's okay, but
God bless.
Yeah, great. But yeah, it's a selective thing. If you can choose what you do, where you do it, then fine. If it's just notifications in your field of view, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But if it's automatically looking at every single thing you're looking at and trying to give you information about it, that's not going to work.
Okay, so we both agree it's a good concept. Proof of concept is there. I'd say within maybe 5 to 10 years, it'll be implemented and people can start using it in the real world application. By that time, they'll do all the field testing, they'll do everything, so they kind of get it to where it needs to be. I think if they're going to go with it, they need to talk to the consumers to see what they really want. Because
it's Google. I'm sure they'll do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, if it's going to work for people without glasses, or is it going to work with people with glasses? Like, is it just an add-on piece, or is it just for people without glasses that can just see it?
I think they had a picture of someone wearing glasses over top of it.
I didn't see that one. I just saw the guy having like a little glass on there. I can look up real quick. I mean, I don't think it's that big of an issue. I don't see him.
It looks like it's closer to your eye than glasses would be. I don't know how it would hold up, be like with your glasses on the side.
Yeah, because the photo they have right here is a nice young lady who looks way too enthusiastic or even caring about Google Eye, but she has it to where it looks like it's the glasses frame minus the actual rim, or minus the actual glasses part, but it has the nose piece, the frame, and it just has this white Geordie LaForge kind of thing shooting across. And it doesn't look as if it's in her eye line. It looks like it's up above, like right near her brow, so where the glasses would sit up here. It kind of sits right in that section. And it doesn't seem to be in her field of vision, which again would make me want to look up, and I have to look for the thing. It's not like it's coming down.
I think they're smart enough to make it so that you don't feel like you have to do that. Like it's more like in your peripheral, or it's like right there where like I can see my finger.
Yeah,
but
well, like you're up here, you can see it, but if there's information coming to you right here, you got to look up and look into it. You can't just
think of it at the top of the frame of your glasses.
Yeah, right here.
So that's where it'll come down like to like a quarter of that glass thing.
So like if it sticks up around here, like where I was saying, it sticks in, or it seems to be sticking at this point up around here, the rim.
Mm-hmm.
If it comes down up here, you have to look up here because I can see the top, but it
won't be the top. It'll just be further down.
It'll be like right around here.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, if it sticks into this section of my glasses,
a good quarter section of your glasses.
Yeah, like from here over, that's fine because that's close to my peripheral vision, but it's not directly in the center here or here where I would normally intake all my information where I'm walking. If it's over here, I can look at it, sort it, and kind of shoot it up.
I don't know, but I think the smart thing that they seem to be thinking about, and it seems to look like it, is that that frame for the glasses that they have, the glasses, looks like you can put a prescription glasses into it.
Well, if that's the case, then great. If not, then it's glassism. Blatant glassism.
But how many gadgets have had blatant glassism in the past?
Oakley's, I hate them. They're stupid.
So it just
the blue blockers.
I think they're keeping that in mind. I think that you're going to be able to put your glass frame prescription into that, or not frame, but sorry, your glass lens prescription into it if you want to, and I think it'll be a cool add-on to it.
Pearl Vision now with Google Eye.
Yeah, like okay, you already have this device. We can just put your thing into it, and it will cost a lot less because you already bought your frame.
Fantastic. Well, I think on that issue, we're gonna wrap everything up today. I think we're calling it, I don't know what they're gonna call the show. We can call it Talk Tech Time or Tech Talk Time or
the TechnoFiles podcast.
I like that. Just roll with it.
Just make it a simple thing so people know what they're coming for.
Yeah, we'll have fancy graphics and things like that. You know, I remember the one time we were doing the chat offline, or not doing anything, but we had the cat mask. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of good times. Your wife liked it. Shut up.
I don't want this is a yeah.
Yeah. It's a great way to end the show. I don't care. It started a train wreck. It ends a train wreck. That's the first show. Pilot shows.
It's a pilot. It's a pilot.
Pilot shows are never the ones that are gleaming piles of shiny happiness. It's always the rough around the edges bit that you can see the potential.
Kyle, it's a pilot. They eject last minute and they apologize for running into your apartment.
That's only if you're Canadian. If you're from Philly, you're like, that. Why was that building here?
F you.
That should have been over there. Yeah.
All right.
We're very rowdy people. But on that note, this is the TechnoFiles podcast. This is my guest host, Phil. He's with All for Geek. Check out the website, TheTechnoFiles.com. Check out his YouTube channel, All for Geek. I show up there from time to time. Also look for Crosstalk Wrestling, where we talk wrestling. Nothing about technology. Well, no, we do. We talk about illegally downloading things. But that's something here nor there. But again, I'm Kyle with TheTechnoFiles.com. He's Phil with All for Geek. Thanks for watching the podcast. We'll see you again next time. Outro music. Yeah, stare at me. I'm naked.
You clearly have a shirt on.
Under my clothes, yeah. You don't see what's below the screen.